Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of VLR, or Virtue's Last Reward, or Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm a little woozy because it's like the end of the day kind of thing, and it's getting hotter and hotter. Because I trapped myself in this room with the temperature being kind of like warm. They're not like really hot, but it's like warm, so it's like, or warm going into hot kind of thing. But anyways, last episode we basically finished up the puzzle. We got the golden document for the security room. The security room puzzle done. Had the golden document done. Read through the golden document stuff. Went through the whole puzzle to solve to get the key, and we unlocked the door. But then we found that we were able to access the security office's like data stuff through the broken down robot that like got destroyed. So we were looking at his old data logs. And we're kind of seeing, like, stuff about Luna in that room. We haven't seen anything about Alice just yet. But we know that Kay was at the crime scene of the cruise quarter when Luna died. So we're kind of rewinding all the way back to see what was going on. Seems like Clover is the only one who's talked to Luna so far in the footage. So Fi is about to fast forward because she's so far seen just that. We're just seeing just that for now. And Sigma did get knocked out for a second. So,
事態が急変するのは2人が入室してから9分後、
okay.
0時10分のことになる。ここだ。
Things changed. Oi! They're gone! As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away, almost as if she was frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another... No. You said this was it.
ああ。見つかったのはこれだけだ。
So this is the other file that we're just opening up that we just found randomly.
だがこの時何が起こったのかは、後の映像を見れば、ある程度推測することができるだろう。
Of course. Oh, she ran out. Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
そうだな。2人がフレームアウトしてから、およそ1分40秒後。0時11分40秒のシーンだ。
Damn. Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
まあ待て。推理をするのは、最後まで見てからにしようじゃないか。
Sorry if you're hearing the window shaking. It's like... It's if you're a headphone hearer or a user right now, then apologies to that. Just the window bumping back and forth from the wind, as it should be. Anyways.
0時12分。次に入れ違いになって別の人物が入ってくる。
Wait. Yeah, how the hell did... Is it Kay? No, Dio! Wait, Dio came in? Interesting. So Dio must have seen Luna dead and then did something... Or Dio was the one who killed Luna. Let's see. He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
正確なことはわからん。
Maybe Luna was knocked out? Because Clover probably heard somebody coming and thought that she was scared or something?
だが、何か我々に知られたくないことをしていたのは間違いないと思う。
Why? どうして？
白の扉の前で、シグマがクオークのことについて尋ねたとき、あいつはこう答えた。
知らねえよんなもん。俺はあれからずっとここにいたんだ。
Oh, yeah, because he lied to us. He's trying to keep a lie, like, truthful as possible, I think. You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the cruise quarters after we left him.
そうだ。嘘をつくからには理由があるはず。何かやましいことでもあったのだろう。
Oh, maybe Quark is in one of the lockers of the crew quarters. Maybe that's what's happening. I'm kind of curious. And whatever it was, it happened during this time.
多分、そうだと思う。
Oh, he ran out. Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
もしかしたら、物音を聞いたのかもしれん。
Yeah. Like what?
水色の扉が開く音だ。
Yeah, because that door can open pretty loudly.
ディオが退出してから10秒後、 4人目の人物がやってくるんだよ。
Wait, not K?
仮の時間では0時13分10秒のことになる。
Oh my god, why is there so many people just walking into here and not say a thing to anybody? It's either Quark or Tenmyoji, because he said 4th, so I'm assuming it's somebody else. Nope, it's K. It's K. Ah. When he heard K open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want K to catch him at it.
さて K が消えたな。
What? Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
K の証言が正しいとするなら、あいつはこの時からルナに対する蘇生処置を開始したことになるわけだが。
So now we're left to the point of knowing if Clover might have killed Luna, or that Dio himself was scared that he was probably gonna get... I think Dio ran off because he really thought he was gonna get caught as the one who killed Luna, but in actuality he probably didn't. He just wanted to check on her and try to resuscitate her just like Kay did, but it's like, it's hard to say if that's true or not.
実際にこれから16分間は何も起こらないんだ。何の変化もないまま無人の映像が淡々と続いていく。というわけで早送りするぞ。
Alright. Sure.
よし、この辺だな。通常の再生速度に戻そう。間もなく見覚えのある映像が画面に現れることになる。
The time checking? But when he checked his time, it will probably be very different, because he probably checked in at 40 minutes. And then he wanted to check in even further timing, because he wanted to make himself more accurate, I guess. There's K coming in from the bottom of the frame. And he's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
そうだ。
Okay.
白の第一扉が開くまでの残り時間は21分。
Alright, I trust the guy now. So Kay hasn't really done anything wrong, per se. He was just there in true accuracy. Okay, so we don't have any rights to claim, I guess? What's the word? We have no right to blame him for the death. Instead, we should just trust that he is not lying to us. So that's truly an interesting way of, I guess, presenting the whole mystery so far, but we don't know who killed Luna, or if Luna was killed by Clover, or if she was killed, or she was, like, partially hurt by Luna. Oh, no, I know what it is. I know what happened. Clover probably did kill Luna. As she killed Luna, she ran out because she heard somebody coming in from the left door, the door that's not the cyan door. And she probably brushed past, like, Clover must have either brushed past Kay or is hiding in one of the other rooms that is next door to the cyan door, because she heard Dio coming in, or heard somebody coming in, and that was Dio. And then Dio comes in, he checks on Luna because he was surprised he saw Luna. But at that moment, at the same time, he probably took the time to take the knife off of Alice, because he probably was the one who murdered Alice to begin with. So then he grabs his knife, keeps it, and tucks it to himself. And he suddenly, he was trying to help Luna as well at the time, probably. And then as soon as he was trying to finish helping Luna, was when Kay probably was walking in, because he heard noises, I guess. So maybe that's the whole thing, I guess. That's the whole idea of the whole, crime and stuff going at it. So, yeah, okay. Alright, let's see. Let's see if that is the case. Because I feel like that is the case. And maybe Dio is using that same knife on Kay, maybe, when they're together, so that he can take advantage of whatever. But I think that he can't even pull that. How can you pull the watch off of Kay's, how can you pull the bracelet out of his arm? That's the weird part.
仮の時間で言うと0時29分のことになる。そしてこの1分後、0時30分に K は A 階の倉庫へ。
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
見てもらいたかった映像は以上だ。
So the other ones are nothing?
最初に言った判明したことというのも、 この中に全て含まれている。具体的に言うと、
I mean, I guess we were fine with just one person's death footage, I guess, or area of death, I guess. You mean who killed Luna, right?
断言はできない。今の映像だけでは証拠としては不十分だからな。
For sure.
だが可能性の高い人物なら挙げることができるだろう。誰だと思う？
I ran over the footage in my head. 1 minute, Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 10 minutes, they both move out of frame. 11 minutes 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 12 minutes, Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems likely that Dio was up to no good during this period. There it is. I think I see it. In his hand is the dagger that was what was on Alice's body at one point. It's right here. Right there. He's holding on to it. I can clearly see, clear as day. That is the dagger. I'm just going to draw all of it. He's just holding on to it like it was nothing. Like, he's just literally holding on to a dagger. So he ran out with the dagger, basically. He's the one with the one... Dio was probably the one who killed Alice during that time, I bet. Like, the earlier crime was probably him. And he, even though he's the one who called for help, he is the actual one who committed the crime. Just because he wanted to, like, be able to, like, get away scot-free from that problem. So this guy is really an asshole, basically. Because he just did it so he can grab the watch for himself, probably. Or maybe that he assumed that he was going to get the watch eventually. 30 minutes, Dio exits the room. 13 minutes, 10 seconds, Kay enters the room. Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view. Excuse me. At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. 29 minutes, Kay enters the frame. He looks at his bracelet. It says 21 minutes. The remaining time until the primary doors open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is Clover.
どうしてそう思う？四つ葉が部屋を出た時にはルナはまだ生きていたかもしれない。すると次にやってきたディオまたはケイが殺したという可能性だって否定できないだろう。
Wait. Is this a choice flow? No, it's not. Yeah, it's just making me choose a choice. So I'm guessing that we're just going to keep making a choice until we get it right, I guess, maybe, for this one, if we get it wrong. That footage alone isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then the case against Clover gets a lot stronger.
その要素とは
Dio's behavior at the white doors. Kay wanted us to enter the white doors. I told him I wouldn't leave the 3 people to die. Do you remember what Dio said?
バカなこと言ってんじゃねえぞてめえ。その結果ここにいる4人も全員死ぬことになるんだぞ。
He obviously knew that only you and I would be going through the door. Do you get it?
我々がルナのバングルを所持していることを知っていた。すなわちルナの死についても把握していたことになる。
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. I mean, if somebody knows the information, you know, there's got to be a chance of them just doing, like, the most reckless thing by saying the obvious, I guess. Saying the obvious of what we already know that we assume they don't know about. So it's kind of clear as day that he probably just ended up just discovering the body and just, like, says, screw it. They'll probably use it anyways for whatever reason. Because we never told him that Luna's dead, so it was kind of obvious that he was already at an assumption that she was dead. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's funny because I was playing Danganronpa, like, yesterday. Danganronpa 1, I think, the first one. And there was a similar thing happening to between characters, where it's like, a death happens, and then it's like, oh, yeah, it's just made the most simplest mistakes, and people just dogpile that answer of what's going on, which was interesting. But I think this is kind of like the same case of what this is going through.
そういうことだな。
Where it's just like characters are just like giving away hints of how they know or that they know something that we already know. Exactly. If he didn't know she was dead, he would have never said that. The moment Kay suggested we go through the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible. How were they supposed to get through the door without Luna? But he didn't even mention her. Like he didn't expect her to be there. Why would he do that? I can only think of two reasons. One, that when Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead. Or two, he killed Luna himself. The second one doesn't seem likely though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide that. I'm guessing he probably would have asked where she was. Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the white doors without her. He seems like the kind of guy who'd go out of his way to feign ignorance of a crime he committed. In this case, though, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him of anything. But it does make it a lot less likely that he was the killer. If he wasn't the killer, then we're left on the only other option.
ディオがキャビンの2号室に入った時には、ルナはすでに亡くなっていた。か。
Yeah, that's how I see it.
なるほど。
I am also surprised that he wouldn't take the bracelet with him, but then again, he probably checked the bracelet for Luna, and he's like, oh, I guess it's not for me, I guess. This bracelet's not for me to use. And then just logically thinks like, oh, okay, I guess this watch is gonna go to Phi and Sigma eventually, so oh well.
私の考えとほぼ同じだ。
If anything, I think, yeah, he would have chucked the bracelet himself. Like, chucked the bracelet away so that nobody can find it. So he can prevent both of us from moving forward. But, I don't know.
四つ葉には動機もあるしな。
You mean what Alice noticed?
ああ。アリスは AB ルームが移動されていたことから、老婆を殺したのはルナであると考えた。そのことに気づいた四つ葉は、ルナが口封じのためにアリスを殺害したのではないか、との思いを抱くに至った。
I don't think so. I think Dio was the one who killed Alice, but only because of the fact that he needed somebody out of his way, I guess. Maybe? Maybe not. I'm trying to remember if... No, I don't think they betrayed Alice, no. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, why would Dio want to kill Alice? His motive is a little bit more shakier than everyone else's, I feel like, but...
そこで四つ葉は真相を問いただすべく、ルナをキャビンの2号室へと導いた。アリスの遺体を前にすれば、ルナも素直に白状するだろう。
Yeah.
そう考えたのかもしれない。
Could
と
be.
ころがルナは犯行を認めようとはしなかった。
Yeah, it could be. We don't know yet. We didn't get to hear what they have to say, so we never know exactly what went down in that area.
そして9分間にわたる追及の末、事件が起こった。そのきっかけが何だったのかはわからない。
I mean, if anything, Luna would have at least, like, crawled, at least, or moved. Because she didn't die from anything besides an injection, right? So it wouldn't make any sense if Luna was left behind and, like, not have some sort of thing happen.
ルナが四つ葉の逆鱗に触れるようなことを言ってしまったのか。
Oh, maybe Luna already had a weapon prepared. Like, the needle thing was what Luna was holding on to. And she was about to stop she was gonna stop Clover from abusing her or whatever, or try to taking her down. But then, instead, Clover grabbed the thing and used it right on her instead. Like, self-defense, maybe?
あるいは、四つ葉の必要な追及に負けて、ルナが首を縦に振ってしまったのか。
Yeah, because there's so many ways of seeing this, but it's just like there's only one answer to it, which I think is going to happen, but we're not too sure of what's going to happen next.
とにかくその時に何かがあって、四つ葉は強行へと至ったのだろう。
Of course. When did Clover get the injection gun?
最初の CD。黄色の扉をくぐり抜けた後じゃないか。あの時四つ葉は、アリスやケイと共に医務室を捜索している。医務室なら、それがあったとしても不思議ではなかろう。
Yeah, the injection gun just sits happily in the space of the infirmary, and nobody usually seems to use it so far since we played, but during this playthrough it's being used for the first time as a weapon versus previous times when it was used more as like to calm Quark down, which is interesting.
と、今まで言ってきたのはただの仮説だからな。確証があるわけではないから、くれぐれも誤解しないように。
Yeah, I know. はい、わかった。Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
ああ、四つ葉、天明寺、クオークの行方をつかめそうな記録はなかったし、ローバとアリスが殺された時の映像も見当たらなかった。
So Zero Senior's identity.
もちろん。
Okay. Well, let's go find Clover. I guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
四つ葉、生きてるかな？
Yeah. I mean, Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark are probably dead because they didn't go through the white door, and they said that if you don't go through the chromatic doors, you get punished. But I feel like the punishment is probably just them not being able to exit the place, and that would be their punishment, but I don't know. She is. She has to be.
だといいんだがな。
Alright. Moving on. Heading out to the warehouse. Back through the next... Going back out to the upper floor, I guess. Really random. Yeah, it's kind of a random, like... Us going back immediately without even, like, thinking twice about anything else. Sorry, I'm just waiting till they get back to the warehouse. There's really nothing going on anyways. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Warehouse A. Probably Dio and Kay are still okay. They're done with their thing, I bet. Nobody? No one's here.
ああ。とりあえずこの A 階から探してみよう。キャビンから順番にエレベーターの方へと向かう形で。いいな。
Yeah. So we're gonna check on the body again, I guess, just because we want to make sure something goes down, I guess. I don't feel like the transition of that is necessary. I mean, we know where we're going, so... Guru Kortash.
シグマ、お前は1号室と2号室を調べてくれ。
Yeah, one of these rooms might have Clover in it still, or she's already gone out after we went through the white doors.
私は3号室と4号室を見てみる。
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the doors also has Quark with Clover around, I guess. Wakata. Got it. Alice. Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just a strange cold shell, and every time you look at it, you feel a little bit of a coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there poisoning you. I turned and left the room. So nothing?
ダメだ。3号室と4号室には誰もいない。そっちは
Same. 同じ. Nobody in them. Except for Luna and Alice. I like how she's disappointed there. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. Sorry, abdomen? What's abdomen? I leaned back against the wall and let out a very long, weary sigh.
おい、どうしたんだよシグマ。しっかりしてくれ。今、私たちがやらなければならないことは何だ？
Looking for the others.
そうだ。気持ちはわかるが、塞ぎ込んでいても仕方がない。行こう。
Yeah. Hi. You're right. Fi turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself up off the floor, or off the wall, and followed. So we're going into the other rooms? It is strange that we're the only ones looking more thoroughly than the other group of people are, I feel like. But let's check the old lady, I guess, since she might be still in there. Yeah, because we did leave the old lady in here. I mean, we always kind of left her. Oh! What? Both of them are dead? And also we left the old lady in here, of course, because, you know, that's how it goes. What the hell? And they're both handcuffed. I think this is Quark's doing, maybe. Quark might have handcuffed those two and stuff. The first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up to my throat. So he's about to vomit, basically. But also, I got spooked because my body was like goosebumps because I was just like not thinking they would die here. The lead ball turned into ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it in the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. You know what's funny? The way he's describing his current behavior sounds kind of like Junpei from 999, from the first Zero Escape game, where he just like collapses through immense like sadness and terror. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I'd had left. So he checked for pulse, I guess. Sigma checking for pulse. Very smart. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs, and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
死角になってたんだな。
They were in a blind spot. What? Nani?
モニタールームで見た。監視カメラの映像のことだよ。
Oh, so that means they would never get recorded.
リアルタイムの医務室の映像に二人の姿は映ってなかっただろう。
So technically, whoever murdered these characters, they're very much aware of where the cameras are being placed, I feel like. And it's kind of suspicious, nonetheless. Yeah. I guess the partition was in the way.
そのようだ。
They're handcuffed together.
ああ。一方のリングは四つ葉の左手首を拘束し、もう一方のリングは天明寺の右手首を締め付けている。
For sure. Clover looks like she has some blood on her other hand, though, with the handcuffed hand, and I think that they both were poisoned, I think. It seems like they both were poisoned.
それら二つのリングをつなぐ鎖はシンクの下のパイプの裏へ。
But I think it might have been Quark who chained them together. Maybe. They would have been trapped here when the doors closed. Why? どうして？
見ろ。二人の手首に破壊傷跡が残っている。
Oh, there's red stuff on Tenmyoji's hand as well.
手錠を外そうともがいた後だ。
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
多分、そういうことだろう。
Oh, there's gashes on his hand. There's a cut on Tenmyoji's left hand. It looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
服に付着している血液も出どころはこの傷口のようだ。他に目立った外傷はないしな。とはいえこれが致命傷とは思えん。死因はおそらく。
I mean, he might have died from the poison, though, I think. The penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelet activated, and...
ああ、間違いなさそうだ。二人の左手首には注射痕がある。
I see. She was about to scratch her hand off, it looks like. Like, she was, like, scratching very, like, increasingly immensely, and that's why we see a lot of the gashes on her hand, basically. Yeah.
多分、ハイメトリンを投与されて亡くなったのだろう。
Oh, yeah, there is injection. Yeah, there's, like, the little marker right there, you can see. It's, like, a very faint little circle thing that's there, that's kind of showing that they got injected. I didn't see it in Tenmyoji's hand very well, but yeah, I can see it in Clover's hand for sure. Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
さあ、どうだろう。そもそもクオークがいなければ、二人は白の扉の先へは進めなかったはずだし。
Really?
時間切れを狙った行為の殺人だとするなら、あえて二人を拘束する必要はなかったんじゃないか。
True. I think the one who must have tied them was Kay. I think. The reason why I think Kay would have done it was because he probably lied to us about where he went or where he was waiting. He probably wasn't waiting for us in this room, but he waited for us in, like... He went to the infirmary and then he went back outwards, maybe. In a quick succession, maybe. Because Clover did disappear first from after getting rid of Luna. Probably came back into this room and then found Tenmyoji, and then she got knocked out by Kay, and then Kay handcuffed both Tenmyoji and Luna together in the sink. So he already anticipated they were not going to make it, because he already did that to them. But I think Kay didn't want them to survive anyways, because they didn't deserve it, I guess, to his mind, I guess. Yeah, you got a point. What's wrong?
言ったそばからすまないが、もしかしたら前言撤回ということになるかもしれん。
What? You found something?
これだ。
If I bent down to pick up something up and hand it to me. A cyan bracelet. This was Quark's.
BP も9になっているから、おそらく間違いないだろう。
Oh. Right. Tenmyoji said that he wanted to at least find Quark before pushing him out of the door, which we kind of experienced in the other ending that ended up in the bad ending anyways, where he just took Quark out of the whole building and that was it. But in this scenario, he never got that point because he never found his body or found him in general. So since the bracelet came off, that means Quark already died before he even found him, I guess. So somebody must have killed Quark somewhere in the area, but we don't get to see it because, you know, it's a kid dying, so it's not a great scene to begin with. So it's like, maybe Quark is dead by some means. Somebody must have killed him. And then dropped this particular bracelet in front of Tenmyoji to show that he's dead now. He's no longer in the equation of surviving in this whole ordeal. What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait. No. Hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
心臓が止まれば、その人のバングルは外れるようになってるんだよさ。
No. No. This can't be happening. Not Quark.
待て!
Alright. That's where I'll stop it for now. pretty intense. I cannot go further because we're already pretty much further in time in this point, and I want to keep it at a considerable 30 minutes at least. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Another Video of Minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day, week, and night, or whenever watching this. So far, very, very intense scene so far. I think we're still in the same flow of novel, yeah? We're gonna probably get blocked by something, and then once we figure out whatever that block is, then that potentially will open up the path to finish out this part. I'm not sure how much more longer these, again, novels would go for. I wish these novels were a bit shorter, but obviously each novel seems to go in depth to some degree about something. But we'll see what happens as we continue playing the game. I mean, we still got a lot of ground to cover for this particular game. I mean, we did do like maybe about half-ish areas so far, but we haven't gone like a full branch of tree stuff, like a whole branch down, like completed completely. So I'm just hoping that we'll get enough time to get all of them through and through. I mean, this series is looking to be a pretty lengthy one, considering that we're just only like one branch of the area down. I hate the fact that it's just so long and lengthy and there's some secret stuff going on, but it's like really tough to kind of like mow down as much progress as we can to kind of finish the series and stuff. So anyways, we're going to continue moving through the space, hopefully figure out what the hell is going on here specifically, and I'll leave it at that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of another video of mine. So we hope you guys have a great, amazing day, week, and night, or whenever you're watching this. So, Roz, out.